Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kendall and I'm a first year senior at Western Michigan University. So for today's video, I wanted to go ahead and do a little get ready with me and a little life update as well. So I'm just kind of going to be talking with you guys while I get ready to go to work actually, and just kind of talk about life, talk about how everything's going and all that jazz. All right, so first we're gonna go ahead and just talk about school for a little bit. So I recently had most of my midterms. As far as I'm concerned, most of them actually went pretty well, which is great. So that makes me feel pretty good about things. I actually have quite the packed week coming up next week. I know Monday I have a quiz in mass transfer. I have the first half of my midterm in physical chemistry. Wednesday I have the second half of that midterm. Thursday I have a quiz, environmental engineering. And then Friday I think I have another quiz due for physical chemistry. And then obviously mixed in there I have like homework assignments and whatnot. So I have something due pretty much every single day next week. So it's definitely gonna be a busy week. I've gotten some of my homework assignments done already, so at least I have a little bit of a head start. But obviously having a lot of stuff due is always going to be super stressful anyways. I mean, besides all of that stuff, classes are going good. As of right now, I think all of my grades are either at like a B or a CB and above. So like at Western, instead of doing like pluses and minuses, we do like these little in-between grades. So it goes like A, BA, B, CB, C, DC, and whatnot. So obviously I just like need C's to pass, but I would like to have B's or higher. I want to try and make it back on the honor roll again this semester. I did that my first semester here. Hasn't really happened since, but we're gonna try for that. But I think that's it school wise. Oh, I might be joining what's it called, like Chemie Club or something. I need to get some more stuff on my resume for when I'm looking for an internship next summer. So I'm starting to think about all that stuff and getting ready for that. Work-wise, work has been pretty good. It's work. Like, it's not like there's anything like super special to it. I've been making good money. I still enjoy the people I work with. I actually started my bartending training last week, I believe. So I'll be able to get behind the bar a little bit, which is super exciting because that was my end goal when I got this job, is I wanted to bartend also. So I'm getting started on that. That's been going pretty good. It's mostly just memorizing the recipes for all our normal drinks, because at my first bartending job we didn't have like a drink menu, so it was pretty much just whatever people ordered, and it was always like super simple drinks. So now I actually have a drink menu that I need to memorize. But I mean, it's been going pretty good. Only had 2 training shifts, honestly kind of like 2.5, and I'll probably, I think it's normally like 4 or 5 shifts training shifts that you have to do. But obviously I'm still just gonna be like learning as I go and whatnot. That's what's going on with work. Miss Beanie is doing good, nice and loud per usual. Over the weekend, so this past weekend was the end of my spring break, and so me and my sister actually went up to Minnesota for the weekend. If you guys saw my day in the life gymnastics meet edition, you would know that my sister used to do gymnastics, and I try to go to her old team's meets as much as I can, and it just so worked out that their conference, or regionals, whatever you want to call it, was during the weekend of my spring break. So we went up to Minnesota to go watch and support the girls. It was really fun. It was a long-ish drive, at least for me. It felt like a longish drive. So I left Friday morning to go home, like back to Illinois. And then Saturday morning was when we left to drive up to Minnesota. On that Friday, I actually went to my sister's little CrossFit thing. But my sister does CrossFit, and I don't even know how to describe it, so I'm so sorry I'm butchering this. But it's essentially, she told me it's like 3 weeks of like qualifiers, essentially. So it's like 3 different workouts that you do over the course of the 3 weeks, and then whoever is in like the top, I don't know what the percentage is of people who like sign up and like register for it, get put through to like their regional thing. I'm not too sure, but so I went to that, just went to go and support her. It was actually my first time ever like seeing anything CrossFit related. She's been doing it for about a year and a half, I believe. She really likes it. Personally, not something I would ever do, but that's just me. So we did that on Friday, and then we went out for dinner afterwards with some of the other CrossFit girls, which was super nice. Just getting to spend some time out with her and the people who she hangs out with. That was fun. And then Saturday, like I said, we left in the morning to drive up to Minnesota. It does take like 5.5-ish hours to get there from my home. And it was just the 2 of us, so it was a nice drive. I did take a little nap because my sister was driving and I was a little sleepy. But took a nap. We got to the gym. It was at Hamline University, so that's where that was. And mind you, normal gymnastics meets, or at least like college gymnastics meets, are typically like 2-ish hours because there's only gonna be like 2 or 3 teams. This one, there were 8 teams competing, so they're part of the WIAC, W-I-A-C. I don't know, you can Google it, WIAC. So it was all of them. So it was Oshkosh, Whitewater, Hamline, La Crosse, Eau Claire, Gustavus, Stout, and Winona, that's the other one. So all of those teams were competing, and so this was a 4, almost 5-hour meet. So it was like 8 different rotations, so you could only have 4 teams going at once, obviously because there's 4 events and whatnot. Yeah, you get the idea. But So my thing whenever I go to these meets is I like to keep track of the scores for all of the teams. I do it mostly for like me and the parents, just so like we can keep track of like where our girls are, and it also helps to like see like team standings and how individual people are doing on each events. And then obviously in like the last couple of rotations we can like figure out like what score they need to get on their last event to win. So that's like my thing. So that's what I was doing the entire time, in addition to just like screaming my head off in support, which I did end up losing my voice for a couple of days, and that was not fun because it was at a point where like you could only understand me if I was like whispering. Otherwise it was just like no like sound was coming out, and it just was not good. But anyways, so the girls did end up winning, which was super awesome. And then we went out for dinner and drinks afterwards. It was just the parents, because girls actually went home that night, took their lovely bus back to Oshkosh. But yeah, so that was super fun. And then after dinner we stayed out. Well, we didn't like stay out. We went back to our hotel, which had a restaurant and bar in there, so we got a couple more drinks. And then honestly just like hung out in the lobby, just like talking to some of the parents until 12:30ish. So super fun. A super fun weekend. And then Sunday, me and Liz she drove back to Illinois. I slept the entire way. And then got home. 15 minutes later, I got back in my car and drove back up to Michigan. And so that's where we're at right now. That was my weekend update. I still have boy troubles. I don't have a boyfriend. I am not talking to anybody. Yeah, that's not fun, but I've just kind of accepted it at this point. Like, it'll happen when it happens, and yeah. I'm just gonna focus on my makeup for now until I figure out anything else that I need to tell you guys. We'll just go from there. Oh, I got my nails done. I got new nails. They're super cute. They're nice and simple, which I feel like is not a bad thing. I don't know. I know I like to do like some crazy nails sometimes, but also at the same time, like simple nails also get the job done. So, but like it was actually kind of funny. I went to my nail tech and I showed up and she was like, "Hey Kendall," and I was like, "Hey Michelle." She was like, "What kind of design are we doing today?" And I was like, honestly, I don't know yet. Because I had booked the appointment the night before at like midnight or something, so I didn't even know if I was gonna actually have this appointment. And so I like woke up and saw that it was approved, and I was just like, oh, okay. Looks like I'm going. So I got there, didn't know what I wanted to do, but I just kind of scrolled on Pinterest for a little bit until I figured it out, and then I came across these and I was like, oh, perfect. I showed her, no issues. And then at the end she was like, "Can I take a picture of them?" And I was like, yeah, for sure. And she was like, like they're simple for me, because normally she does like, she's the one you want to go to if you want like an intricate design almost, because she's really good at those. But yeah, so she took a picture of my nails, which made me feel good, and I was like, oh, so I picked a good one. That's like a win for me. But Yeah. If there's two things I will spoil myself on, it is nails and getting my hair done. Besides that, nothing else really. Like, couldn't tell you last time I like bought myself new makeup for fun. Clothes will always be the death of me because I love to shop, but I also have zero space in my closet, so it's a little difficult. But also at the same time, that kind of helps me out because then I'm not buying as much because I don't have the space to store it. So, I don't know. Okay, so this is the final look. I like to do like fun eyeshadow when I go to work because it makes me stand out, you know. I've noticed I get better tips whenever I have fun eyeshadow going on, so it all works out in my favor. But pretty sure that's gonna be it for this week's video. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting me for as long as I've been going. And be sure to leave any video ideas down in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.